name is Yuna. I'm 25 years old. I'm a middle school graduate. I currently work, and one of my only strong points is how strong my body is. I did try going to high school, but I dropped out because my father divorced my mother and left the house and never paid child support. My mother told me that she couldn't afford my tuition anymore, so I had no choice but to drop out. We have to at least let Kenji graduate high school, or else he'll never be able to find a decent job. After dropping out, my mother forced me to go work to pay for my brother's tuition. When I tried to argue, my mother threatened to kick me out of the house, so I asked a friend to help me get a job and started working when I was 16. Honestly, I didn't like the uptight and closed-minded environment at school anyway, so I enjoyed working. Of course, not everything was fun, but people at work acknowledge my hard work, and my coworkers invite me out to lunch, and I made friends to spend the weekends with, and I was enjoying life. I was also able to meet Kaita. One of my coworkers brought him with her to hang out one day. Kaita was such a nice guy. I fell in love with him immediately. We were fans of the same soccer team too, so we grew close, and we got married 2 years later. My younger brother had graduated high school and gotten a scholarship for college by then, so my mother didn't have anything against our marriage either. So finally I was free. But life isn't so simple. Which college did you graduate? I dropped out of Uasa High and... Wait, you're a high school dropout? No. You mean to tell me that you come from a single-parent family and you're a high school dropout? No way. It gives me the chills to think that an uneducated girl like you is even on my property right now. My mother-in-law was a difficult person. According to my husband, she has always been like that, and his older sister had already given up on her and disappeared after she became an adult, and they haven't seen her since. One fortunate thing was that Kaita's mother lived far away, and I only had to see her 2 times, once before getting married and at the wedding. Well, we're far away, so it shouldn't be a big problem, right? I was wrong. Have you had a baby yet? Make sure to break up with him after you do. We all know that it's going to end up being stupid if it's raised by you. It's my birthday. Where's my birthday present? Who doesn't send a birthday gift to their husband's mother? Jeez, you see, high school dropouts like you have no common sense. Every day when I came home from work, my answering machine was filled with insulting messages like that. At first, I got annoyed and depressed about it, but after a while, I started finding it quite entertaining. Your mom filled up the answering machine with her usual put-downs until it was full today. She must really be bored.
Oh man, not again. I'm so sorry. It must be really hurtful. Just delete them without listening, okay?
Well, it did hurt at first, but recently it's kind of funny actually. I like to count how many times she asks to live with her. It makes me laugh. When something happens at work and I'm feeling down, the messages make me laugh, so I like to hold on to them.
Well, at least you're getting a good laugh out of it. But seriously, if it starts getting on your nerves, just pull out the phone line or something, alright?
Sometimes Kaita and I would listen to her messages together and laugh about how she had a bad vocabulary, or how she asked to live with us 10 times in 3 minutes as we drink beer together. As long as we kept our distance from her, there was no real harm. But at the end of the year, she did cause me real trouble. That day, Kaita's father had passed away, and we went over to his parents' house after attending the funeral. We were planning on returning home after the funeral was over, but it lasted much longer than we expected, and on top of that, I wasn't feeling well, so we stayed with his mother.
Just relax and get some rest. I'll watch and make sure my mom doesn't bother you.
Thanks. Sorry about all of this. I haven't gotten much sleep recently, and I was overly nervous at the funeral. I'm sure I'll feel better by tomorrow. Sorry, Kaita. But I didn't recover fully by the next day, and I was sleeping with a low fever. I felt safe because Kaita was by my side the entire time.
You want something to eat?
My throat hurts, so something soft like Jell-O or pudding would be nice.
I don't think we have any in the fridge. Mom's not home right now, so I'll go buy some. If she comes home before I get back, just ignore her, alright?
Yeah, okay. I was on my phone when I waited for Kaita to come back, but it seems like some cars got into accidents on the icy road, and the traffic was jammed. I got a call from Kaita letting me know that it would take him at least another hour. It couldn't be helped, so I just went back to my screen and waited. But right then... Yuna, I made you some porridge. Huh? You were home, Karen? Yeah, I didn't want to wake you, so I came in quietly. But anyways, here you go. Have some porridge. Thank you. You can leave it there. I'll eat it when it cools down. I was scared of the porridge because you could tell that it was still boiling hot inside. If I eat this now, I'm gonna burn my mouth. But Karen didn't try to leave or put it down. It tastes the best when it's nice and hot. Here you go, it'll warm you up too. Hey, no. Ah! She scooped the porridge and tried to force it into my mouth. Ah! No, stop! Ah! When I slapped her hand away, my hand hit something hard. I accidentally hit the tray with the hot pot on it. A domino effect caused the pot to jump and poured the porridge all over the place, mostly on Karen. Ah, no! Are you okay?
I'm home. Whoa, what's going on in here, Mom?
Kaita understood the situation immediately.
Oh my gosh, what the hell were you thinking, Mom?
Kaita got mad at her and brought over a bucket.
Here, just stick your head in this or something.
Karen pretty much did a full dive into the bucket. After that, she got pretty mad and ran over to the guest house that her relatives were staying at. The other relatives were fairly reasonable people, but since Karen was actually burnt, they took her word for what happened and stomped into the house. Yuna, I heard you pulled the porridge that Karen made for you all over her.
What a waste of food. You're unbelievable.
Apologize to Karen right now. Yeah, apologize, you devil. I told her that I would eat it once it cooled down, but she tried to force it in my face. It was so hot, and I slapped it away, but I bumped into the pot and it spilled.
Does Yuna really seem like the type of girl who would waste food like that to you? Uncle, Auntie, you guys need to stop believing Mom's lies.
You're on this girl's side too, Kaita. Her high school dropout dumbness must have rubbed off on you too. You need to break up with this girl right now. Divorce her and come back home. The relatives found out that I was a high school dropout too and seemed convinced. Well, they are Karen's relatives, so I guess they judge people in the same way. I couldn't stand being accused any longer, so I showed them my phone. If you need proof, here it is. Proof? What are you talking about? Are you saying that you were recording or something? No, I wasn't recording, but there was someone watching. Watching? What are you... Ah! There were 4 women staring from the screen with a scary look on their face. When you brought the porridge, I was in the middle of a video chat with my coworkers. It was lunchtime, so I called them and say I was sorry for not being able to come in. Hey, everyone, can I ask for your testimony? Karen seemed panicked when my coworkers started testifying about how they saw everything, and how Karen was a terrible mother-in-law, and how they were willing to testify in court if it came down to it. So, are you still going to blame me? Oh my, Karen, you're terrible!
Yeah, you almost fooled us.
How could you bring us into this and bully your daughter-in-law? That's so mean.
Yeah, we're cutting ties with you. You better not expect us to send you any vegetables anymore either. Okay, you guys can scold Mom later, but first, you all owe Yuna an apology. I've never heard Kaita speak like that before. Kaita's relatives apologized to me, so I decided to forgive them, but Karen maintained to claim innocence. So we decided to cut ties with her for good. You'll never see us again. I can't trust you around Yuna anymore. I'm canceling our landline too, so there's no use calling us anymore either. Don't say that, Kaita. I'm your one and only mother. I'm your blood. Doesn't that mean anything to you? You have to take good care of your parents. Listen, Kaita, just divorce that high school dropout and come back to me. Karen kept crying and begging, but we ignored her and left. On our way out, my husband went to Karen's vault. I'm taking this for Yuna's medical fees to treat her cheek that you burned. It's either that, or I go to the police and file this incident. He took $5,000. Karen chased after the car in a rage, but slipped on the snow and fell. I saw Karen lying on the street through my side view mirror. I hope she isn't. I wonder what happened to your mother after that. According to my uncle, she hit her head. But she's fine otherwise. Oh, that's good. You think? I wouldn't have minded if Dad came to pick her up and take her to the other side that day, but I guess it's for the better because sometimes living is harder. According to Kaita, after the incident, rumors spread like wildfire, and the kids in the neighborhood taunt her and call her the porridge monster now. Stop calling me names! Karen got mad and ran after some kids and had the police called on her. They settled out of court, but she was charged a hefty amount as compensation, and she sold her house and disappeared somewhere after that. The last that anyone saw of her was her sitting on a bench at the pier. We moved out just in case and live in a nice, peaceful life now. I'm pregnant and almost due. I'm glad that we can live as a peaceful family now.